get this eating session going as well. All right. So, y'all see the title. I don't know why I don't have my Cutco knife. That's okay. But y'all see the title. We got to start at the beginning though. So I met my ex. When I saw him, when I first saw him, I thought he was so fine. And keep in mind, I literally had just came off of my tomboy high. Like, for the longest, you could not have ever gotten me in a dress outside of what my mom used to make me put them on when I was going to church. So, that was the only time y'all would see me in them. Y'all, I got to school and I saw him and I fell in love instantly. I thought he was the finest person I ever saw in my life at the time. So anyway, somehow he got wind of the fact that I thought he was cute or whatever. And he, eventually asked me to be his girlfriend. Now, I was young. I ain't want to go into how young I was. Because I don't want nobody to say nothing sweet. Like, you don't know nothing about love at that age. I don't want to hear you. You don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so we were together. No sex happened, none of that other stuff. Because I was of the age where I could conceive. My menstrual cycle had been on for several years. By this time, I told y'all my menstrual cycle started when I was 9 years old. So yeah, I was well past that age. So anyway, we were together. Y'all, I was so happy. When I tell y'all I was unbelievably happy, I was so happy. We would leave school and get on the phone. I would sneak and talk to him on the phone because, of course, I wasn't allowed to have boyfriends, talk to boys, date, none of that stuff. So, we had to do the sneaking around. My mama is the type of person, she's on the phone a lot of the time. And whenever there was a free moment, I would call him and talk to him because his family, they weren't anything like my family. He was able to talk to whoever and, have interactions with people. He was allowed to date, all that stuff. I wasn't. So, like I said, we were sneaking around. When we were at school, we would pass notes in between changing classes and all that stuff to one another. I knew his friends. So, if I saw them before I saw him, they already knew what time it was. They would, pass messages from him to me and vice versa, all that stuff. Y'all, it was so amazing. I got my entire life. And so, y'all, you ain't gonna believe this, but I am telling the truth. Tell me why I was so infatuated with this guy that I made up a song about him. Like, I made a whole song. I created a whole song. And I was nervous, but I actually sang the song to him. Y'all, he, encouraged me and he told me that, it sounded good and all that stuff. And for the time that, I created it, it is something that it was the type of song that you would hear on the radio or something like that. But yeah, y'all, I was alright. I was pretty nice. I've won poetry contests and all that stuff before, so I'm trying to really explain without really disclosing the song. I cannot disclose this song, but yeah, I was okay when it came to writing stuff like that. So, y'all, we eventually got to the point in our relationship where we both exchanged I love yous and all that good stuff. You would think it's a fairy tale that you're in a relationship with somebody and you wake up and think about them, before you go to sleep, you think about them. And for me, I would literally lay in my bed with a big smile on my face, so happy about the fact that I was with this person, and I would finally be able to go to sleep. Like, I never thought that I could be that happy. So, y'all, fast forward to literally my birthday, which a lot of y'all know is February 14th, Valentine's Day. So, that year my birthday fell during a week, a school day. Y'all, I went to school. It kills me how I remember details of certain things. Okay. I went to school that day. I had on this skirt, and I had on this top that matched it or whatever, y'all. And you have to think about it. I'm a winter baby, but depending on what the weather decides to do, it could be hot or it could be freezing cold. That year it was hot for my birthday, so that's why I was able to wear a skirt with my legs out, all that stuff, and be comfortable and not worry about getting sick. Y'all, that was the worst. Was that the worst? I think that might have been like the worst birthday I ever had in my entire life. Let me explain why. So, it's my birthday, y'all. I'm so happy. Like, I'm wondering what he got me for my birthday. I'm thinking he probably got me a little thing of candy and a flower or something and made a card. Okay. I'm looking for him all day. Our paths have yet to cross, and I'm trying to understand what in the world could be going on. So I'm like, okay, maybe he waiting, until later on in the day, or when we all go to lunch, or maybe the end of the day before I get on the bus and go home to surprise me. This is what I'm, eventually telling myself. So I have to just do it with that lipstick. It ain't gonna work. I'll reapply later. So we get to the end of the day, and keep in mind, all before that, his best friends, I saw them all day, and I'd be like, where is he at? And they would kind of like, be like, I don't know, or whatever, and I'm like, and again, I'm still thinking that they are making up this lie, a little white lie, because they're covering for the fact that their friend is going to surprise me in some special way for my birthday. Y'all, the whole end of the day came. I'm waiting. My bus gets there around a certain time. This day, my bus got there a few minutes later, which I was happy because I was like, wait a minute, maybe he got caught up with something. Y'all, I'm waiting. I'm even waiting in the area that I'm not supposed to be in because I'm waiting on him to walk by or something. Y'all, he rolled up on me like 5 minutes before my bus pulled up. Y'all, tell me why he broke up with me. And I'm sitting there looking like, huh? Because everything has been fine up until this day. Even the day before my birthday, nothing was out of the ordinary. We still had amazing conversations. We were still sending notes. We were still on the phone. I don't understand. Y'all, after he told me that our relationship was over, this girl whose name I still remember to this day walked past and she kind of smirked. And I'm looking like, because she was in my class. Now, she was taller than me. Now, my ex, he was like really tall. He's lanky. really tall. She is taller than me. She, like at the time, I didn't have a stomach or anything, but I've always had curves. I always had thighs, booty, breast, whatever. But I'm short. So at the time, I might have been like a size 10, 12, or 8, 10, or 12, or something like that, with no stomach or nothing. So I don't look bad body-wise or whatever. And so this girl is taller than me. She's lighter than me. You could tell that her mother allows her the freedom to do certain things to her hair that most other people wouldn't allow until you got a couple of years older. She was able to wear certain clothes that were a little bit tighter than what I was allowed to wear. She proceeded to walk past me smirking and walked up to my now ex-boyfriend, and they're talking, and I'm like, y'all don't understand. I was so mad. I was so sad. There was just 5,000 emotions felt like that was just bundling up and just bubbling on the inside. And I was just like, this cannot be life. Like, this really cannot be my life right now. Like, this is not possible. So it seemed like as soon as that happened and I saw them talking, my bus rolled up. And I was just sitting up there like, really? Like, I was almost in a daze to the point where I was about to get left. Everybody had boarded the bus but me. Like, I was sitting there like, really, like, this really cannot be what it is. Y'all, then that battle was worse. Like I told y'all, I remember that day like it was yesterday. That was my birthday. And that was the worst birthday that I could think of off the top of my head. But y'all, to make matters worse, my period came on out of nowhere. I'm on the bus. I'm looking out the window like, if you could have saw my face, somebody could have had some background sad music playing. Like, I was just so sad. I was so distraught. I was just like, really? So I got home. I went straight in my room. And I cried myself to sleep. Like, for real. That's what I did. And like, with my family, when my birthday and my mama's birthday comes around, we get 2 gifts. So, y'all, I was so tired and I feared that I bypassed them. I gave them a hey if I did or whatever and went to my room and was just like, I'm over it. Y'all, I really knocked all the way out. I went to sleep. I was so tired of my spirit. So I already started to not feel good because my menstrual cycle came on. My boyfriend just left me randomly without cause. I mean, if I had to guess, I would have said it was the girl, but So they never became a couple, but she used to do things that she knew would get under my skin when we were in school together. And I'm just like, y'all, I just could not. So you would think that's the end of the story because, you know, I ended up going to a whole nother school, not because of that. I ended up going to another school, and he went to another school. Y'all, that's not where the story ends. As you can tell by the title. Y'all, so I started Alabama State University in the summer of 2002. The government paid for that semester because of the organization that I was in. So, literally, the first week of school, walking around campus, I'm very familiar with ASU's campus because ever since I was a child, I would go up there from time to time or whatever. But I had been in that organization for a couple of years, and I kind of knew the ins and outs, and I always walked around ASU campus. It wasn't very huge or whatever, so that was something that you could walk around and basically get to every single part of it. They've added parts and bought pieces of land and added stuff, but it's still not that big. So, y'all, mind my business. And then I look up. I said, I know that ain't who I think it is. Y'all, my ex rolled up. Now, I tell you, the butterflies that I had when I was younger, they came out of nowhere. When I saw him, and he was all nice and cordial and smiling from ear to ear. He was like, hey, how you doing? I said, I'm fine. Gave me a little hug. Y'all, when I tell y'all, he sealed the deal when he gave me a hug. I'm so crazy that I started to sit up there and reminisce on old times, and I actually said to myself, this might be our second chance. We're adults now. We're grown now. We might be able to make it. Y'all. He gave me his room number because he was staying in a dorm. I was staying in a dorm. Just that semester. I don't like dorm life. I don't like campus life, living on campus at all. I don't like it. I can't concentrate. But to each his own, that ain't for me. Y'all, so anyway, gave me his number to his dorm room. And, I gave him my actual, dorm room number and all that stuff too. And we had moments where we would just so happen to meet up when he was going to the calf. He'll be coming in and I would be in there. We had like kind of scheduled times because of the organization that we were in, and he was literally like there through a scholarship. Excuse me. So, this might be too much information, but it's all right. When we were younger, he was a drum major. Like he was everything musically. Amazing. So I knew about his history as far as that was concerned because when I was in high school, somebody who was my best friend for a while knew him. And so it's funny how we became friends. He was talking to me one day, and I was telling him, me and that guy, the guy who I became friends with, we were in that organization together. Okay, he was like a couple of years older than me, but he was in my grade. I think he had gotten held back or something, I don't know. But anyway, I don't remember. We were talking one day, and he was like, wait a minute, what is your ex-boyfriend's name? And so I told him, and he had this look on his face like, are you serious? And I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, that's my friend. I was like, oh. He knew him because he actually had become a drum major at one point in time too. But at the school that he and I attended, we actually ended up going to the same high school too. Not my ex, the guy who I was, best friends with for a while. Y'all, so, oh my gosh. I was talking to him, and other people who were in the band overheard. One of the guys was one of his friends that was in school with us who used to help pass notes or whatever. Like they were like best friends back in the day. So yeah, he kind of confirmed some things too about how, yeah, they used to be together, whatever. Y'all. But they had some kind of band, thing that like all of the local high school students went to that were in band. And that's how all of them met. So they knew him. And I was just like, oh my gosh, how y'all know him? But anyway, y'all. So that ended up being a super crazy situation, how I met the guy who was my best friend for a while, y'all. But what I didn't know is, he knew a little bit more information. And I guess because he was loyal, he kept that under wraps. So one day, that friend actually wrote a note to me. He gave it to me while we were at the place where we were doing the stuff for that organization one Saturday. And this was before we got to college. And so he was like, I have something to tell you, and I don't know how you're going to take it, but, let me know how he valued our friendship and all that good stuff. And then he eventually went on to beg me after he told me what it was. Y'all, he basically told me that he's bi. Anyway, I don't even know what I was trying to say. I actually believe that he likes men more than he likes women. He had gotten a girlfriend who was like a black girl. Y'all, she looked like, I don't even want to say a drag queen. I feel like the way she was doing her makeup and stuff, it made her look strong in the face or something. And then she just didn't, her body type and everything, I was just thrown off because I would have never thought that he would date somebody that looked like her. But, to each his own. But in a way, I kind of feel like she was his beard. And I hate to say that because I love him dearly, even though he and I don't speak. It was some situations that went down and he was in his feelings, so we lost contact. And it wasn't because of me. It was because of school. Y'all, he ended up not graduating high school. I don't know if he ever got that straightened out, but yeah, it was crazy. He didn't walk with us, he was in his feelings, and it was a lot. So yeah, he was kind of supposed to be sitting next to me because of what his last name is. So we were hyped when we were doing the walkthrough for us graduating for commencement or whatever, y'all. He found out the last minute he wasn't graduating. Y'all, but anyway, what he told me within the letter was that he's bi. And he was like, please don't hate me. Please don't stop being my friend, all this other stuff. Because back then, we would write letters to one another, and I actually wrote letters back to him because I responded to him because he was like, I have something to tell you. I don't know how to tell you. I don't know how you're going to take it or whatever. So when I wrote back to him, I was like, I threw out a lot of things that I thought it might be. One of which was, maybe you like me or something like that. And he was like, you guessed however many times, and all of those times were wrong. So I'm bracing myself like, okay, what in the world are you going to tell me? What in the world could it be, sir? And that's what it was. He was, how a lot of people, there are people in 2019 that have not been able to come out. So, I'm just saying. But yeah, there's a lot. But since he went to that that convention or whatever it was for people who were in band, that's where he met him. And yeah, it was pretty crazy. Y'all, so anyway, let me get to the meat and potatoes of this. I know what y'all been waiting for. Y'all, like I said, this is literally the first week at Alabama State University as a freshman. Y'all, I don't even think it was a Friday. I think this might have been a Wednesday or Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. This was like mid to late week, if that. Y'all, I heard that somebody had snuck into one of the men's dorms and they were caught. And there was another guy and they were caught having sex. So I was like, what's going on? Because you're not supposed to do all that. They didn't, I don't know if they've ever incorporated it. I don't know if they ever will. But they don't have co-ed dorms there at ASU. Y'all, tell me why somebody came and told me that it was my ex. When I tell you I was tired in my spirit, I was so tired. Like, I really could not believe that. And as most people would, I started to question myself, like, well, dang, was I a beard for him when we were together? Even though we were young, was he bi? Is he gay? Because it was going around that he was gay. Some people say he was gay, some people say he was bi. And I've actually seen him flirt with like one of my cousins. He didn't know that she was my cousin. And I didn't even bring up, y'all, that situation was crazy. I cannot, okay. So there's this girl who, technically she's my cousin, but in actuality she's not, but we all claim to be cousins or whatever. Her father, her mother is married to one of my cousins or whatever. So, and he's older, of course. But yeah. But that's how we're cousins. So one day my ex, he either transferred to my high school or he rode a bus that dropped him off there. And that's what I think happened. He rode a bus that would drop him off at my high school in the spot where people get dropped off at. The buses drop you off at, and then another bus was going to pick him up and take him home. And they were talking, and it used to make me so angry, but I didn't even say nothing to her about it. But I was like, oh my gosh, what in the world? Y'all, but yeah, it's crazy. It was just so crazy. I just could not believe that he was bi or is bi, gay, or whatever. And see, I don't have any issues with gay people. I don't have any issues with bi people. I don't have any problem with anybody that's a part of that LBGT community, or all the other letters that have been added. I don't have a problem. I just would have never thought that he liked men. So yeah, y'all. I know that hurt me to my soul. Because in my mind, I felt like we were kind of about to rekindle something, but on a grown level. But then when I found that out, I was like, wow. And I feel like he was trying to save face. So he never called me or said anything after he got caught. Because when he got caught, he got expelled. He had a full ride, scholarship, and all that. And I'm just looking like, how dumb can you be? Like, in all honesty, like, if you really want to get down like that, all you gotta do is go to one of the little cheap hotel rooms or find some bushes. Like, I mean, you in the dorm, really? Now, they probably wouldn't have did nothing if they had been in some bushes or just been in a car or whatever. Y'all, I could not even believe it was just too much. So yeah, I'm full. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this story time, and comment. Have you ever been in a situation like this before, where somebody you dated is in favor of the opposite sex or whatever, and how did it make you feel? Just let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, because I was a little bit shook. I was not expecting that. That was something that caught me completely off guard. And I mean, if he were to approach me today, I would still embrace him as just a normal human, because I mean, there are people who really will cut you all the way off if they find out that you're gay, bi, or whatever, but that's not me. As long as you are being safe and you are watching your back, because depending on what is going on with you, people are going to target you. I mean, it depends on what you're displaying. But yeah, y'all. So y'all, just let me know down in the comment section what you thought about this video. I have a whole lot more where that came from. I have all kinds of things to tell y'all with story time. So anyway, y'all have a wonderful weekend, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.